And welcome back to Let's Play Disgaea, Hour of Darkness. Sorry for the schedule slip there. Nothing has changed since the last time I played. I've just been busy with work and such. Anyways, start Crawling Terror and another cutscene, so let's enjoy that.
Huh? What's wrong, Thursday?
Oh no! The shock from that old man's attack has short-circuited him.
Can you repair him, Jennifer?
Even though I built Thursday when I was 5, I can't fix him without the proper equipment.
Beep, beep, blip.
Oh, the damage to the memory circuit is extensive. If Thursday overheats, then his entire memory will be lost.
That leaves me no choice. Thursday, you're going to have to sit on the sidelines for now.
Beep, blip, beep. Whoa, wait, Thursday can fight.
I won't allow it. We can't afford to lose you.
Gordon's right. You heard what I said, didn't you? Your memory could be lost. If that happens, you'll forget about Gordon and I, and all the wonderful memories that we've shared together.
Beep, beep. Thursday, fight anyway.
Thursday.
Even though Thursday robot, Gordon and Jennifer call Thursday friend. Thursday, happy. Thursday want to show gratitude. Thursday may lose memory if participation is resumed. Lose memory. Very sad. But being useless even more sad. That is why Thursday fight alongside you until very end.
Thursday.
What's wrong? You gotta go?
No, he doesn't. He's been touched by Mr. Thursday's heart.
Heart? Robots have hearts?
What are you saying? Thursday's words are the very heart of a defender of Earth. It doesn't matter if he's human or robot. He has the same spirit burning deep inside of him. Thursday!
Yes, Captain Gordon?
Your noble spirit has touched my heart. No matter what the outcome, I will be proud to fight beside you. Now join us, Thursday!
Beep, beep. Thank you, Captain. Thursday's so glad to have met you.
So that's a little touching scene right there. If you are using Thursday in combat, unlike other story sections like in Chapter 5 where there was actual stat penalty for what happened in the cutscene, nothing bad has happened to Thursday. So you can use him and he's still just as powerful as he normally is. Now this is a slightly annoying map. All of these enemies are sitting on a geo effect that gives them 40% recovery, 100% defense, and they can't be lifted. And if I remember right, yeah, they all have ranged attacks that they can use. So the best way to do this, let's see. Well, I'll get my guys out. Actually, wait, Spike can probably... Yeah, he has cross trainers on. Okay, I know what I'll do. I'll use Rising Dragon to, no, not Helena. Just trying to figure out the best way to do this. Actually, you know what? No, Helena is one of the highest level characters. I'll have him toss him. Or have her toss him. But yeah, we can't be, we're not able to lift these guys to take them off the panels, but, using these attacks to move them doesn't count as lifting, so that can, remove them from their defensive, perches, and then we can just attack them normally. Another thing you could do is sit one of your characters on these panels and slowly take them out by using your own ranged attacks, and the defense buff and recovery constantly happening will allow you to outlive them. Anyway, sorry about there being a delay in updates. I think the last update was about 5 days ago as I'm recording this. Just got a new job recently and been easing myself into that. And it's not particularly difficult work, but it is tiring. So I'm just trying to find the best times to record, and sometimes I just don't feel like doing it. What was this guy weak to? Wind. Prefer to go for the practical over the ostentatious, so we'll just go for what I'm pretty sure will kill. And kill by a wide margin. After that, I'm probably going to have, or create a throw tower to get Guts over to those, no, excuse me. Get Guts over to those geo effects and have him use the Dark Cannon to take those out. While there are quite a few maps where you can just use the Dark Cannon from a relatively early position to take out all the rather unsavory geo effects very quickly, not every map has that. These guys will prefer to use Mega Wind from where they're set up, so you don't have to worry too much about them damaging you because their intelligence stats are pretty low, so the magic doesn't do too much damage. And hopefully this will be enough so that I can move Guts into position. Okay, so I gotta be conscientious of where I plant this so that the terrain doesn't get in the way. Probably right about here. Okay, so just the defense plus 50% panels are sticking around, but I can just now lift them and toss them off. Even though the Dark Cannon is in range to hit Guts, just can't because of the terrain. I think I will keep the Orb on Spike just because Rising Dragon, Lion's Roar, and even to a lesser extent King of Beast, very expensive attacks, can use up your SP very quickly.
Gordon, chance! Gordon, finish!
And this guy is weak to fire. Just checking to see if his resist stat is bugged. Doesn't look like it. So this is one of the problems with Let's Playing this game and not going too heavy on the editing, is that later maps tend to get pretty tedious like this, just because they're very big and have annoying geo effects that you have to deal with. But as long as you have a good strategy for getting through everything, it's not too bad. I don't know if that magic boost was necessary, but I wanted to make sure that guy was dead by the end of the turn, so even if it was overkill, overkill's a good starting point. Now I just realized I had Guts stand there and not do anything. Well, that's what happens when you don't pay attention. The reason I didn't have Etna do anything is I just didn't really feel like it. Didn't feel it was necessary. Actually, is this guy weak to fire? He is. I forget, who has the horse wiener equipped? Is it not Helena? Not Gordon. Who has it? Is it Etna? No? Huh. I've lost my wiener. it just in my equipment or my items list? Oh, it's not a big deal.
Justice shall prevail.
You know, I just realized I had Etna use Impaler in case Gordon didn't kill this guy, but Graviton Bomb will definitely kill this guy. I was gonna have Etna attack this guy over here. That's what happens when you get distracted on the little things, but backup strategy. Spike can get this kill. Or maybe not. Laharl can do it. Why not? I'm even have to find that wiener after a while. So, since I guess there's a bit of a dead space while I clean up these guys, got a PS4 recently. I had applied for the GameStop credit card like a year ago, and after using it and, you know, routinely meeting my bills and stuff, I got my credit limit pushed up to 600, so I figured, you know what, why not? Get the PS4 now. Starting to get games I'm actually really interested in buying for it, and I don't mind paying it off over a few months or so. But yeah, like, games I'm interested in for it, this game's sequel is actually coming out, I don't know if it's, like, September, October, sometime within the next 2 months, though. The Disgaea 5 Alliance of Vengeance is coming out. And I'm looking forward to that. Very glad they're reverting to the weapon mastery system. In Disgaea 3 and 4, they use a different system called Weapon Fortes, where you pay mana to... or mana. Ugh, I hate it when I say mana. You pay mana to buy skills and upgrade them, and I really don't like that system. Not because it's really too bad for most of the game. I mean, it does limit the amount of skills you can get, because the mana you get tends to be pretty slow, and the skills are very expensive. For most of the game, it's only mildly annoying, but what I don't really like about it is that, famously, the upgrades you can buy for the skills, you can pay mana to boost them. The upgrades, as you upgrade skills, the amount of damage they do actually bypasses the defense stat, and by the end of the game, the defense stat is pretty much completely worthless. Very poorly balanced games. Which is a shame, because Disgaea 4 in particular actually has a lot of things I like about it, but the mechanical balance is just way worse than its predecessors, and it's kind of off-putting. Other PS4 games, the PS4 I got came with Batman Arkham Knight. I've been getting into the Arkham series. Arkham Knight is pretty cool, but they do a little too much with the Batmobile, and in particular, like, just facing off with a bunch of tanks constantly. It's really weird for a Batman game. Like, in Arkham Knight, he's a literal one-man army, and, like, even up till that point, like, the Arkham series has been pretty ridiculous with what Batman can do, and he's still a regular guy. Arkham Knight is a very silly game when you stop and break it down. They're also remaking Odin Sphere. Looking forward to that. I was actually playing it a little bit recently because I've never finished the original Odin Sphere. The basic version that was PS2. I got it on PS3. Never actually finished it. Should get back to it when I get the chance. Let's see, other PS4 games I was interested in. Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, that was one I was really looking to get. I'll probably get that one soon. It's pretty cheap. I think it's like $25 on the PlayStation Network store. Devil May Cry 4 is actually the only Devil May Cry game I haven't played. I've even played the reboot. I'm strictly in the camp that's against the reboot, and I won't go into too much depth about why I don't like it. It's just a lot of people have already said why they don't care for the reboot, and I would just be treading old ground. What's this guy weak to? You know what, I'll just toss him. Have Laharl give him a glancing blow, and then someone else can get the kill. Get Helena up there. I need to locate that horse wiener. It's probably on one of my monster units that I use for the item world. Alright, one more guy to go. At some point I should really show off Thursday, because he is a very unique character. 150% is the highest aptitude in this game, and I think only Thursday and the Galactic Demons have any stat that have that aptitude. You know what, I'm not going to overcomplicate this. I'm just going to have Flan tap out this guy with spells. Hopefully this should work. If the maps continue to take a lot of time, I may cut down parts of them. But I feel like generally I can get through levels quickly enough that I won't have to like Frankenstein together the level, and it allows me to show off more of the game, talk more about the mechanics, and generally just makes the whole thing a bit easier to understand what's going on. And, as much as I'd like to keep going, honestly, the next map has a couple of very long cutscenes, and itself is also pretty tedious. So let's see what else I can do in the interim. I gotta find that horse wiener. Oh right, it was on Guts. That's why I couldn't find it. We can probably do another promotion exam, see what else we can get. Yeah, Laharl can definitely take this. Generally, before you take a promotion exam, you should always save, but I'm pretty confident Laharl can do this. Oh. Oh, I probably should have defended. Eh, not a big deal. These guys line themselves up for a very nice Overlord's Wrath. Yeah, ghosts are one of the magic-based monsters, and all of their skills are intelligence-based. They have really poor base damage modifiers, as you can see from those very weak attacks. Even if they had stuff that was bringing their intelligence up to respectable levels, those attacks would still do crap damage. If I remember correctly, like, most of the magic-based attacks in this game actually have, or magic skills for monsters, have, base damage modifiers that are lower than the, basic attack. And that's kind of annoying. I'm paralyzed, but not particularly devastating. As you can imagine, future games tone down the swords significantly so they aren't as ridiculously good as they are in this game. Swords are still one of the preferred weapon type, just because it's very easy to get them to do a lot of damage. As the series progressed, they added more weapons that have the requirement of having their damage be determined by the average of 2 stats. Actually, in this game's immediate sequel, fists are the first one that get changed. They get their damage from attack and speed. And then 3 onward, guns are hit and speed. Okay, so let's see what we got. Okay, Cave of Ordeal. I was able to take on Prinnyland. Cave of Ordeal I will not be able to do for a very long time. Cave of Ordeal is basically the big bonus map. Contains very powerful enemies when you first get to it, and has one of the premier grinding maps of the game. And if you complete it, you actually get a very powerful weapon that you can use to get a subsequently even more powerful weapon. But that's something that won't even become relevant until much, much later. So, well, I would like to be able to do a second map in this video. The next map is pretty long with 2 very long cutscenes, so I'll save that for its own little segment. Sorry, there's been a big delay in getting this video out. Hopefully you were able to put up with that, and I hope you enjoyed watching, not washing. Have a nice day, and until next time, see ya.